Now it's time for a little bit of Chimps over here on Candy Falls. So we're going to head there with Quincy as our hero. And I'm going to be showing you one of the better builds that I've ever put together. So we're going to put Quincy down over here. The white part of the lollipop goes just between Quincy's eyes, and then we go up, and then we can begin. And what we're going to be doing next is saving up for a monkey sub that's going to go down and to the left over here, which is going to use all of this wonderful vision that Quincy's providing for us.
Yes.
So we have the money, the monkey sub goes down to the left, like so. And then we're going to be upgrading the longer range and the advanced intel. This is going to help us get through the early rounds a little more quickly.
Tasty.
So once we get 540, we're going to immediately upgrade that. And we're going to be building up this monkey sub because we want it to be our round 40 solution. Monkey sub is one of the best early to mid game powers to have, especially if you're upgrading this bottom path a little bit here. It's very consistent and is good against a variety of different situations. Most maps that have water will have some type of monkey sub opener to them. So we got the twin guns, we're now saving up for the air burst darts. Once we get to 1080, we're going to immediately upgrade that as well, just to keep things moving along here. The sooner we get this upgrade, the sooner we start popping all the balloons at the beginning of the level more quickly. And then the last upgrade we're going to get for now on this monkey sub is triple guns, because at that point we're going to be much closer to round 28, and neither of these two towers right now can pop lead balloons at all.
Bring them.
So we're going to grab the triple guns right here. And then we're going to come down here and get our Alchemist down, which is going to go all the way up and to the right over here. It's important to put the Alchemist in this placement over here. So we take just a little bit of extra time and we set this Alchemist to strong and upgrade the larger potions and acidic mixture dip. Then we're going to wait and then upgrade the Berserker Brew and then Stronger Acid and Perishing Potions. But we can see there we pop all of those lead balloons right as they come in, with the Alchemist getting that extra vision down here. Then we're grabbing Stronger Acid and Perishing Potions. Right like so. Then we're going to come down here and get the armor-piercing darts.
More.
That way we have this for round 40. We're getting closer and closer to round 40. And it's an interesting situation here because we have the Stronger Stimulant as the other option that we could get. But we just want to get this sooner so that we have it for round 40. So once we get the money for that, we're going to grab the armor-piercing darts. The extra popping power is nice as well. And then we can come back over here and grab the Stronger Stimulant. At which point we're done with both these towers because we're not going to be getting Sub-Commander and we're definitely not going to get the Permanent Brew. It would be cool if we could get the Permanent Brew, but it's just too expensive. I'm sure there are some situations where the permanent brew is good, but at 64,000, it's not a small amount of money. It's over half of the amount of money we're going to earn in this entire Chimps run on one upgrade. Then we're going to take a monkey village from over here. We're going to be on this red candy here, and then we're going to go all the way to the right until we're out of range for the monkey sub just a little bit. See how that white outline changes? We're out of range. Then we'll go down a little bit, like so. We're going to place it right about there. Doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but then we're going to grab the jungle drums, and then we're also going to upgrade the radar scanner right after. We can grab the primary training and get ready to put down our first tower here. We're going to put down a tack shooter as our first primary tower. It's going to go all the way to the left until it's out of range there, and then up. And we're also going to grab the primary mentoring so we can get this and this for free. And then we're going to grab a bomb shooter. The bomb shooter is going to go down here, right next to Quincy. You just have to stop touching Quincy, like so. Bomb shooter goes right there. We can upgrade the bottom path and then the top path once for free. And then we're also going to grab a ice monkey that's going to go down here, right below Quincy on that yellow lollipop we see. Yellow lollipop right below it, like so. We're going to get the top path and then the middle path there. And then we're also going to grab a glue gunner, which is going to go just to the right of this ice monkey here, like so. And then we're going to put that on strong. We're going to get the middle path and then the bottom path once for free. And then we're going to come back over here and we're going to upgrade this to a recursive cluster and get the top path. And then we're going to come back over here and we're going to upgrade the top path once here and then the bottom path to overdrive. And then we can come back and get the primary expertise tower with just these towers here. So we're going to wait just a little bit here while we save up for 27k. Quite a bit of money. But we want to get that earlier so that our primary towers can get more upgrades for free. And even though we're not able to get this before round 63, I think this is still one of the better choices here at this point. So you can see our money's going up pretty fast for now, but it does tend to slow down in the mid-game. We're nearly halfway there in terms of money, but in terms of time, it's going to take just a little bit longer. So we are just sitting tight here. Need about 12k more before we get this upgrade, and I really think this upgrade is very strong. If you're going to be using a Quincy opener, I feel like Quincy works really well with primary towers because primary towers don't have a lot of camo detection early on, and you can use Quincy plus a monkey sub or Quincy plus a ninja monkey to get you into this mid-game situation where you have all of these different primary towers. As you can see here, we're getting close to round 63, so this is the moment of truth where we're floating 22,000 and still don't have a big upgrade. That's okay. The recursive cluster right here does a very good job of popping everything right as it comes in. Plus the glue gunner and the ice tower hold stuff in place pretty well for us. They barely get around this corner here. And so we just hit 27k, and we can grab the primary expertise tower. And now we can come back down here and upgrade this and this for free, as well as glue splatter and stronger glue for free. Glue splatter for free is the single highest value upgrade you can get with the primary expertise, unless that's changed since I last looked. That's a lot of value, right? 2,000 saved. And that's because glue splatter is a really strong upgrade. But right now we're saving up so we can come back over here and get the tack zone. Tack zone is going to be our mid-game tower. It carries really hard, and then we're going to be getting our late-game tower, the super brittle, to complement this tack zone over here. These two towers really work well together, and I'm going to demonstrate how, even though the frozen balloons can't be immediately popped by the tack shooter, the debuff that this tower gives is further amplified by the type of damage that the tack shooter does over here. And even without too many upgrades, we're still doing pretty well. You can see most of the balloons are getting popped right at the beginning of the map here. Some of them do sneak around, but that's okay. If we wanted to play a little bit safer, we could think about getting the Moab glue here as well. There's probably a build out there that gets the Moab glue instead of trying to rush this tack zone. As you can see there, those Moabs coming in are kind of a problem for us. And one other thing I considered doing was further upgrading this to the 4-2 so that this tower could target Moabs and slow them down, as well as getting the Moab glue. I feel like that could be pretty good as well. I just haven't tested it myself. And there's always a variety of different builds that can beat a map. We're just doing the one that we're the most comfortable with at this time. Grabbing that tack zone. This might be the scariest tower in Bloons, right? It's got a skull on it, it's black and red, shoots nails. All of those things are pretty scary. Then we're going to come back over here and we're going to grab the ice shards and the embrittlement. After we grab embrittlement, we're going to come down here and get the Alchemist for our tack shooter. That Alchemist is just going to go over here, right above the tack shooter, so that it prioritizes buffing the tack shooter. And we're going to upgrade this to 4-2. We've got the 4, and we're going to have the 2 pretty soon. And then we're going to set this to strong just in case stuff gets up here. We're going to get a little bit of popping there. And then we're going to come back over here and save up for our super brittle. Super brittle's really good with the build we have, especially with the bomb shooter recursive cluster we have. The debuff that all the balloons are going to have is really good with the recursive cluster. And we can see here, these tacks look like they shoot way farther than they do. But now we can see this is starting to take off in the amount of pops it's getting, because it's able to see some action. It's seeing all the way down here, and if stuff isn't frozen, it's popping them pretty quickly. So it's not the end of the world that this can't pop the frozen balloons all the time, because if they're frozen, they're not really moving either. And balloons aren't really going to be able to come back and get around this. come back over here as we're getting close to 30k. We can get the super brittle upgrade here pretty soon. There we go. We have super brittle now. So we're going to come down here. We're going to get the Moab glue as well. Make sure you have this set to strong so you can get the most value from it. We did that earlier, but sometimes we forget things. It's all okay. Now we have plenty of money, right? We saw the first DDT come in. We just need to find a spot for our next monkey village, which I saw it over here somewhere. We just need to get it in here. We can also get it down here if you can't find a spot. But usually there's a spot up here. That's okay. We can come down here and get it. We're going to upgrade it to bigger radius and jungle drums. And then we're going to upgrade MIB here. So that all of these towers can pop any balloon type that comes in, which is really great for both the ice monkey here as well as the tack shooter. I am a little surprised that we couldn't fit the monkey village up here, but we do have the fallback plan over here. I'm guessing that's because we brought it further over to the left than we did previously, so that we could make sure we had enough room to get everything down here as well as over here buffed. We can see everything's getting popped right as they come in. Really good. And lastly, we can put down another alchemist over here, or to it, and then come up here, and we're going to upgrade this to deadly spikes as well as faster production. Put an alchemist down here and upgrade it to 4-2. And this is our safety net, just in case something bad happens. We have the deadly spikes and the alchemist up here. And then we can put down a monkey village. Get the jungle drums. And we can also put down a monkey ace to help us do some damage. We don't really want it to pick up the buff. Grab the Operation Dartstorm and Sharper Darts. Can also put down a alchemist to make this do even more damage, even though we don't need it. This BAD isn't even going to get around that corner. And there you have it. Our streamlined chimps build performing like we hoped it would. And the tack shooter we see now is our monkey star. It's shot all the way up to 750,000 balloons. Pretty impressive.